Hi, I'm Inconvenient Man, president of People Against Progress. Now, some people think that leading an inconvenient life means not enjoying the finer things in life, like watching TV shows. But that's just not true. In fact, my favorite TV show is about to come on right now. You know, I wish I had some popcorn. Hey, Inconvenient Man, I just made some popcorn. I'll be happy to share it with you. Thanks, Zach. All right. We'll just put this wonderful dirt. This is perfect. This popcorn should be all ready by next season. And now we wait. It's pretty warm out here. I could use the ultimate cooling off drink. How about some room temperature milk? Does anyone have a cow? If you do want a more convenient life, then you should be getting your pet's food automatically shipped to you from PetFlow. They have all of the brands and they'll ship it in any time interval you want. Just enter discount code ZACH30 when you check out and you'll get $10 off your first 3 auto ship orders. I'll have a link below. Click thumbs up for a new video. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Follow me on Instagram @ZachGeorge for more dog training content every day. Get a copy of my book and follow us on Patreon too. Training your dog can be a lot of work, but there's some things you can do to dramatically speed up the time it takes to get your dog trained. The first rule of successful and efficient dog training to understand is consistency is key. You have to be really consistent with your dog to get the fastest results possible. For example, if you ask your dog to stay and they get up, don't reward them. That's okay, I'll give you a treat anyway. Here's what you actually do. Sit, stay. Over here. Sit, stay. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Always be consistent. You will get as much progress as possible per unit of time spent by being consistent and keeping training enjoyable for your dog. Pay attention to how your dog is responding, and if they start to seem frustrated or confused, make it easier for them to succeed so that they understand what you want. Next, proactively seek out appropriately challenging circumstances and environments to train in. For example, don't just stop with teaching your dog in your house, unless you want them to only listen in your house. Sit. I know that many will teach their dog how to stay for their food, but just because they do that doesn't mean that they're going to understand how to stay in all situations. Wow. This is a situation where many dogs won't stay just because you tell them to, because the outside is so exciting. I'm proactively seeking out a situation to teach him to stay, rather than just hoping he'll do it because I taught stay in a really basic training session before. Stay. Teaching your dog to stay at doorways is one of the most important things you can teach your dog. It's potentially life-saving. Next, you're gonna have to get really good at setting up training instances where your dog has no idea that a training session is underway. Those are called surprise primary training sessions. Doing this will teach your dog that they need to listen all of the time, whether or not they're expecting a training session. Blue, I'm gonna ask you to leave this treat alone. Leave it. Yes, very good. Just because your dog leaves a treat alone when you have it in your hand doesn't mean they'll leave it when you throw it and say leave it. So you have to work with your dog when they're not in that training mindset. Let me show you. Leave it. Nope. Yes, come here, good job. Next, cater to your dog's strengths. In general, don't insist that your dog do things that they're not necessarily optimized to do. Focus on what your dog is best at. That's not to say that you shouldn't try a variety of different things and try to get them to acquire new skills that they might not be perfect at. But if you want fast results, pay attention to areas where your dog excels and use that to your advantage. Let's get Blue's dad, Nathan, in here and see if we can get Blue to listen while I try to distract him. I love these lessons. He's doing really well with stay and impulse control exercises. So why don't you work on having him stay? Feel free to use treats abundantly, and I'll try and distract him at an appropriate level. Now, this has a lot of benefits because you want him to listen to you when in a distracted frame of mind. But we don't want to wait until our dogs are actually distracted in real life. We want to give them experience with listening while distracted when we're in a position to fully focus on them.
Look at me. Sit. Good boy. Stay.
Go ahead and reward on stay real quick, just to get him in a good mood.
Good boy. Okay,
Eyes on
here.
you.
Look at me.
Yep.
Good boy. Look at me. Good.
And now go ahead and reward generously. By the way, we have a dog coming up here. He's noticed the dog just now. And actually, let's just let the dog be the distraction right now. I don't want to throw too much at him. Let's see if we can get him to stay and keep his attention on you when the dog walks past. Oh, this is good.
Good boy. Look at me.
See, these are the things that happen when you're in public that you don't plan for. Go ahead and reward him though, because right now he's still holding his stay. That's very good. That's right. And so right there, a little close, obviously. Got intrigued by the puppy. Blue is only 6 months old. He's like, there's a dog. So go ahead and redirect him into a sit.
Hey, right here.
You can see he's a little nervous here. Look at that piloerection standing up. And see how he's tuning out the treat completely? That's a sign that he's just too infatuated by that dog. And as that dog gets farther and farther away, we ought to see that he becomes more compliant. And just stay with him and be patient.
Hey, look at me.
There you go.
Sit.
Go ahead and reward. See how he's taking the treat? Now that's the moment he went from not compliant to compliant. That's where you need to start improving on your training. You'll want to go to the park on the weekends or when you have a day off and just work on general training like this around other dogs in the distance when you're in a position to fully focus on them. We can't train dogs when we're not fully focused on them. You click thumbs up for Blue and Nathan. They're doing terrific. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Follow me on Instagram @ZachGeorge for more dog training content every day. Subscribe to this channel and get a copy of my new book, Guide to a Well-Behaved Dog. I'll have all of the links below, and thank you so much to our Patreon supporters too. Good job today.